If you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably have no idea what my classroom looks like, so I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. Hi guys, it's Andrea from Learning and Loving It. I just wanted to say good morning. Welcome to my new channel. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see how it goes. If you're new to following me or you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably are wondering, I don't know if you can tell if it's dark in here, but I like to teach in the dark. I have a little show on Instagram in my morning stories where I call it Teaching in the Dark. I don't know, it's just way more calm this way. So who can tell me one thing that happened at the beginning of the Scarecrow's hat? Raise your hand if you know one thing that happened at the beginning. The chicken helped all the animals. And we need periods because these are sentences.
One eternity later.
So I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit in my classroom. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably have no idea what my classroom looks like, so I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. It's not fancy. There's a whole backstory to this that I will share with you, but this is my classroom. So this is where I do my writing center. I do these little Jot Your Thought journals, which are in my TPT store. And the kids love them so much. I cut those Target blank books in half, and I get 2 per blank book, so it's even better. And they just write and write and write. Over here is my word work center. This is when they're done with their word work that I assigned them for the day. They write their spelling words with the little hashtag blocks. This is a little pocket chart game. On the bottom they have to match adjectives to the picture, and on the top they have to do the little rhyming words with their picture as well. This all comes from the Rooted in Reading. I love it so much. All of those come from Rooted in Reading. All of the vocabulary words come from Rooted in Reading. So obviously I love Rooted in Reading. Here are my little cubbies. This used to house all my manipulatives when I worked at my other school, when I had other cubbies. Here's where I just write the date, what specials we have, the schedule. My husband wrote that because I couldn't reach when we didn't have a ladder. I should probably rewrite that though. Objectives, language objectives, math objectives. My favorite quote ever. I had just spent all summer organizing my closet, and then we had to move here. So now I have no closet at all. It's all in my garage or what you see here at school. Here's some of the projects that we did, and my books, all the pillows. Some were donated, thank goodness. Their little turkeys that they made, oh, so cute. Plump and Perky Turkey is what we worked on last week. So here's all their directed drawings with some writing that they did. We have a 100 chart, my calendar. Yep, I still have that up. It is almost the end of November. Some anchor charts, they're not pretty, but oh well. Here's how we count our days. Yes, I need to add some 10s to that, that's fine. Some more books. So I did bring some books over, but most of them are just in my garage still. What I do love about this room is I get these huge boards. I have 2 right there, 1 there, and then 2 in the front. It is amazing. Here's my writing stuff, where I house my stuff. Yes, I just have a box in the middle of the room. Here's where I put the birthdays and my homework club. I'm obviously 1 month behind in my homework club. Oops. This is where I do my guided reading. I got to bring this table over from my old school, so that was exciting. And yes, I am the pile queen for a reason, because I got piles everywhere, everywhere. This is what matters, right? Yes, yes, yes. And here's my desk. I don't sit at it, really, at all. It's a mess. It's not the most exciting room. It's not the prettiest room, but It works for me and my kids, and that's good enough for me. Hi guys. So earlier I was talking about why this classroom was not my own and that we had been moved from somewhere else. So I was just going to explain to you a little bit about what happened this year and why we had to be moved to a high school. So I teach first grade. We normally are in an elementary school. Our school, it was built in a place where a lot of rain comes in almost every year. We usually always have flooded rooms in our school, and with a lot of moisture comes mold. So in our school, since I've been there, I've been working there for, this is my 7th year there. Every single year since I've started, they have found mold, they have taken care of the mold, and we just go on with our lives kind of thing. So this year, I guess they had found mold in one of the classrooms, and for some reason they thought it was too dangerous for everyone to be breathing, so they evacuated us midday on a Thursday. It was picture day that day. We had just gotten our pictures taken, and we all kind of had to rush through and eat lunch, and then we had to walk across to a nearby middle school where we spent the rest of the day waiting for parents to pick up until dismissal time. So after all the kids had been picked up that day, we had an emergency meeting, and they had told us that they found a lot of mold in our school and that we will need to move to a new school. So the day that we were told we need to be moving was a Thursday. We weren't allowed to go get anything from our classroom. We just had to go home. So that Friday, we had school still across town. So parents, it was hard for parents to get their kids over there, and we brought nothing with us. I had no pencils. Luckily, I had this little pen case that I had taken to get your teach on this summer, and I had a bunch of like flare pens in there, so that's what the kids used that day, and they thought it was so cool. But me, I'm all, my flare pens, oh my gosh. But yeah, so they used my flare pens. I luckily have instant ink on my printer, and I printed out just a bunch of pages that we can do because we had nothing. We had no books, we had no iPads, we had no markers, we had no crayons. So I was just like, okay, what are we gonna do? I don't even know. And then I wasn't even thinking about it, and I had printed a bunch of like cut and paste things, and we had no scissors, we had no glue sticks. So it was quite an ordeal that very first day. But the kids handled it like champs. We had these big windows, and I remember it rained that day, and they were just staring out the windows. They thought it was so cool that we had windows now. They loved it. I was stressed out, but I did not show it at all. We've had to adjust to being around high schoolers, especially because we have no bathrooms in our classroom now. We also don't have a closet. I had a really big closet. We had shelves, and in this school, I guess for some reason they don't really like shelves. I don't know what's going on, but I was able to bring one of my shelves over from my old classroom, and the rest of the shelving is pretty much cardboard boxes that I brought over, so it's not attractive. I know you guys are probably like, why does she have so many boxes? But that's what I have in my classroom. That's what I brought over. So I just put things on top of those, and they're like makeshift shelves for right now. What I can say about my team at school is that they have not missed a beat with those kids. Anytime that the kids are around, we are on it 110%. We're not slacking at all. We're still working our hardest, and the kids are still learning. 110% they're learning. So I'm very proud of the team that we have at our school because we have not missed a beat. At the very beginning, we were all very gloomy, like with each other. The kids, we weren't really, but with each other, it was really hard. I mean, it was a big loss. We lost our home, we lost all of our things. The next weekend after we were evacuated, we got to go in and get 3 boxes worth of items. So we kind of all just took what we could. I got a lot of things from the kids' desks because we had nothing. I got a lot of caddies. But yeah, the first like month was really hard. Just not having what you normally have. Just worrying about bathrooms, worrying about walking. Like, this campus is huge. We had to walk and walk with these little kids, and then all of the specials are on the 3rd floor, so we have to go up and down every day. And I remember when we first started walking those steps, everyone was just so out of breath, and now we're getting used to it, so this might be nice to be walking up and down these stairs every day. But yeah, that's my little story about what happened so far this year. And a lot of people have helped out. I've had a few people from Instagram send me books and send me things to make my room feel more cozy and at home for the kids, and it's just been so nice to see people helping out. And I've never been in that position where I actually had to ask for help, so it's very humbling. But I'm very grateful to everyone that helped me. I know my parents came out and they helped put everything in boxes. My husband's been just so amazing. So you do see so many helpful people when this kind of thing happens. This was a long story, right? I didn't mean for it to get this long, but I just wanted to give you kind of a background if you're new and you haven't been following me on Instagram before, or if you just never saw my stories about that. I know it can get lost a lot of times, so that's what happened this year. We're making the best of it. We might be at this high school until May, or it could be longer because they're supposed to be ripping all the walls out of our school and redoing the whole thing. So we're not too sure how long we'll be there, but we're gonna try to make the best out of it because that's what teachers do and that's what kids deserve. So that's what we're gonna do. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry this was so long, but I hope you stick around. We'll see where this YouTube channel goes. I'm not too sure yet, but let me know what you guys want to see. You can always message me on Instagram or leave a comment here and just let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.